Hey everybody, it's Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Whether you're a coach or a CEO, the success of your team and clients is based on your ability to deliver a consistent experience and guide them on the fastest path to results. This podcast will give you practical, real-life tips that you can use today to build your online experiences that get results and create raving fans. Why? So you can monetize your expertise and serve more people without adding more time or team to your business. If you're looking to uncover your $1 million framework, package it, and use it to scale, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Course Building Secrets podcast. This one I am doing from my car because I am on the go today. So this topic I want to talk about today is really like, are you used to playing behind the scenes? Are you used to like helping your customers? You're working on projects, you're helping them actually execute on what needs to be done. And now you're trying to build a coaching business or a productized service business where now you have to actually like be seen, right? Like you have to be the one that's out there. You're the attractive character. You need to be way more visible than you were when you were helping your clients behind the scenes. And I gotta tell you that like that transition is no joke, right? Like you really have to be intentional every single day about where you're putting your time and effort. Because like for me, when I made that transition, one of the biggest challenges was like, I was so used to being behind the scenes. I was so used to like doing the work, doing the projects, managing the projects, helping the team get things done, that when I had to step in front of that to, to go out and start the podcast and talk to people and do all of the things, I really fought that a lot, where I would find myself kind of going back and forth, right? I'd find myself, knowing that I needed to get out and be more visible, with the battle of like, I just really am so used to, right? Like it was more habit than anything else, used to just helping people and being in the role of the leader and the doer versus the one who was going out and actually recruiting and helping other people see what it is that we had to offer. And so one of the biggest tips I have for you, if you're struggling with this right now, is to, dedicate some blocked time in your calendar where you can put on each hat, right? So the very beginning of this, even when I sort of built a team for the very first time, one of the things I had to do was give myself permission to actually play in the work that we were doing, which sounds kind of funny, but again, like when I was doing it all myself, I was so used to just doing it, right? And then I hired a team and they took that over, then they started doing it, and I was like, well, what do I do, right? Like I need to go in and help. And at one point, it's one of my favorite stories, but at one point I remember my team looking at me and going, you need to stop helping because you are not helping, right? Like you're screwing things up. And I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now, right? And it's that very same feeling that you're going to have when you start to transition from being the person who's behind the scenes to actually, stepping into your own zone of genius and working on like, how do you build this new business? So the biggest tip is that like put the hat on that allows you to do the activity that you are in, right? I found myself in that situation where I still wanted to tinker. I still wanted to figure out how things worked and stay current with the tools and the tech and the things that were going on. And so I would give myself, at the time I'd give myself Fridays, and I'd be like, okay, Friday is when I can go in and do whatever I want to do, right? Build some portfolio projects, check in on what's happening, learn some new things, do all of the things. So I felt like I was still needed in the doing aspect of things, right? But every other day of the week, I was not doing that, right? Like I was doing other activities. And And so I was able to sort of put my hat on that day. And in fact, I was able to completely at one point, delete all of our, proprietary tools that we use for our clients off of my computer because I had to sort of force myself. But I got rid of them because it was such a distraction, because I was having such a hard time transitioning from that role to the new role. And same thing with going from behind the scenes to more in front of the facing of the business is, what do you need to get rid of so that you show up in the way that you need to be showing up right now to grow your business. And again, so putting on that hat, blocking some time for you to go back and do the thing that you ultimately started your business for, right? Like you have a love and a passion for whatever your thing is. That's okay. Like it's okay to want to keep doing that. But as you grow and scale, you need to let go of some of the things that you were doing in the past in order to grow and get to that kind of next level of growth. But I'm giving you permission. Go and spend some time doing it. Give yourself the time until you're ready to let it go. Like now, I can't even imagine being in the tools and fiddling around and doing all those things because I am so far removed from that. I'm still able to do what I do and to grow my passion, grow my expertise. But I'm doing it in such a different way now. But I had to give myself permission to go back and do what I needed to do, so I didn't feel like it was such a loss at the time. And the same thing will happen for you as you start to step more into a different role within the growth of your business. But if you're struggling with that, no sweat, right? Schedule some time for you to go back and do it. Maybe stay out of your team's way, because we all know what happens when you give your team authority to go and do the thing and then you step in and try and fix it. I say, if you're not watching this on video with air quotes, right? You are not fixing it, you are just making it worse. But give yourself that grace, give yourself that permission to go through the transition. And when you're ready, you'll let it go as you move into the next level of growth. So my tip for you today is recognize where you are and know that that the longer you've been in a specific position or in a growth cycle or a mindset or whatever it is, the more you need to work consciously to transition to a different place. And it may be a transition, right? It doesn't have to be a complete cutoff from one to the other. So if you're struggling with this, that's normal, and that's something that is going to happen. Keep going. Keep taking baby steps. Schedule some time on your calendar for one or the other. And eventually it becomes easier. All right, there you go. There is your course building tip for today.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.